You are now dialed in with the Dial Brothers.
What's up, everybody? It's episode 31 of the Dialed In Show. We are back another week with hopefully some good topics. You know, sometimes when people give you a lot of kudos and praise and telling you, oh, this was the best episode. Oh, no, this week's the best episode.
Then we just fall off.
Right. It's like, oh, well, I hope we can keep it up.
Yeah, and it's so weird, like the episodes that, now, 31 episodes in, we kind of just, do it and go through the motions. And so I don't be like, oh, that was a great episode. I'm just like, we talked.
Part of it sometimes for me is almost like I'm coming to work. It's like clocking into work. All right, let's tape this show and so we can get on about our day. But it's fun though. It is fun.
It is.
Fun.
You are rude eating on camera and drinking and stuff. Some people have notated that you're always eating and drinking.
Hey, listen, and what I'm doing right now is I want to go pull up the comments because every now and then I like to just look at what people have been saying. But hey, we record this at 8:00 in the morning.
7 for me.
Oh, right. And so I'm hungry or thirsty, So like this morning, I stopped at Chick-fil-A.
Man,
wait. I just thought about something too.
What?
Now, y'all, especially those of you who watch and listen when it premieres, is 7 in the morning, East Coast, 6 Central.
Oh, right. So you saying they probably eating something?
Yeah, y'all eating too. Just can't see
but you eating on the job. You eating on camera. They're not on camera.
This is them listening and watching us talk to each other.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Look, I'm so not you mentioned Chick-fil-A. I'm so not used to Chick-fil-A has been giving their employees more off days. I was on the phone with your mother yesterday and I was doing a mobile order to Chick-fil-A only to pull up and their lights were off on Monday. I didn't know they had Labor Day off.
You would think they have Sunday off. They'll not take no holiday off.
Right. But they've been giving them more holidays recently. But all right, what comments do you have?
About Chick-fil-A?
No.
I was about to say, really, my frustration with Chick-fil-A this morning is probably not politically correct, so I'm not going to talk about it. Okay, to give context, and correct me if I'm wrong, there's a Chick-fil-A on Wesley Chapel here in Decatur. That's not the part I'm saying. Correct me if I'm wrong.
A new Chick-fil-A.
Right. You used to work at the Chick-fil-A in Wesley Chapel, right?
No. What?
Oh, that's why I said correct me if...
When have I ever worked at Chick-fil-A?
I thought, well, okay, you got a scholarship from Chick-fil-A.
Correct.
I thought you worked there, but okay.
I worked at Starbucks in Delta.
Okay. So okay, I'm glad you cleared that up. I'm used to seeing certain people at the Wesley Chapel, as you like to call it sometimes, at the Wesley Chapel Chick-fil-A. This morning, I did not see a single person that looked like us.
Oh, you were mad because you saw white people?
No, they weren't white.
Huh?
No. And I wasn't mad. I was just like, whoa, wait a minute. Where am I? Like there were no black people. Like none. No black people. But then I thought about it and I said, well, you know what? A lot of the younger black people that I'm thinking about I normally see
are back to school.
Yeah, they probably are at school or headed to school.
That's true.
And it just
wasn't that bad of a comment. I thought you were about to go off deep end.
Well, this part might be.
Here we go.
You know how they're supposed to say my pleasure?
Micah hates when they don't say my pleasure.
Because you're supposed to say it. And
it's the girl saying, they ain't gotta say it.
The girl gonna say my play.
What did she say?
She said my play. That's it. That is not how you supposed to say that.
How are they supposed to say it, Mike?
My pleasure.
What do you get out of hearing that?
Now there may have been a language barrier why she couldn't say it because she just said my play. But yeah. So
what do you get out of what do you get out of them saying my pleasure?
Okay, you have to understand. One, they're supposed to. That's one. I went to high school with a girl who benefited from the Kathy family, and she was like a foster child. Long story short, and she worked at all of them worked at Chick-fil-A. And we used to mess with her when we was in high school. We would intentionally like have her do stuff
so
where
that
we
she
would
could
say
say my
thank you.
pleasure.
So she would say my pleasure, and she would open the door or something, and we say thank you. She said my pleasure. They're supposed to say it. But listen,
okay, whatever.
Somebody, I don't know. I think I might know who this is. Somebody 4 days ago said, "I'm such a fan. I can't wait for Robin to be a guest." Somebody said that Cran Mango is the best.
I saw that. I saw that comment.
Ashley says she's pro dog. She listens on Spotify. Bernita Cooper says she's here for Micah getting a tattoo.
Claflin grad. Why you? Well, you can't see now. You got the LASIK.
Yeah, but I'm trying to. Shamika said, "I don't want to be eaten as a fish."
As a fish? Oh, I think it said, "Would you rather swim like a fish or fly like a bird?"
Okay. The podcast that we didn't think we needed, Red, because I have more options. Oh, the red food, red food. Melly was chiming in talking about they have puppies at the pound. I'm gonna go look at one today.
Oh, are you?
I've been looking at different animal shelters.
Good.
And Gwinnett, there's right.
I'm pretty sure you can take one home to see if it works. Like you don't have
I think I did see something like that. Gwinnett right now, all of their animals except for like cows and stuff are free because they're saying they're overcrowded. They're trying to they're free.
That's when you go get them.
And so, but all the other shelters want the cheapest I saw was like $75.
That's not bad.
It's still not bad. But I'm just saying right now in Gwinnett, they're free.
And they're already spayed, neutered.
Yeah. And you know what? I never thought that I would get a girl dog. I just really just never thought I would get a girl dog. And I never wanted to deal with, the female issues. But I did some research. The one that I keep looking at, the one that I think is just so cute, it's a girl. And if all what I read is true, it says when they're spayed, they don't have those, the female stuff. And so that's the one I'm planning to go look at today.
What
and
kind
if
of
I
dog?
do, it's a Labrador. And if I do get her, I'm gonna name her. I think right now they have her name's Muggy. Why would they name her Muggy? We're gonna have to change her name. Her name's gonna be Coda, like Koda.
And why is that?
Well, because I wanted, how midnight names start with an M, and so I said, well, how about my middle name start with a K? My second dog name start with a K.
My second dog. Okay, whatever.
Wait. Melly said, "Long live midnight." Older.
You know, at the station we have a lab. It's a girl. Her name's Poppy. She's training to be a seeing eye dog.
How old is she now?
Maybe like 10 months. She's big. Well, getting bigger. She's cool.
Yeah, Coda's 4 months old.
So you gonna train it yourself?
Yeah. That's why I'm gonna try and have her with me as much as possible. That way I can really, like how right now my schedule today nobody's here, and it's like she could be with me
and pee on the floor.
No, I did go to the pet store yesterday, just looking at different things I might need to get, and I saw the like pee pad things. So yeah, we'll see. I bought a leash and a collar because they said that if you do leave with the dog, you have to have a leash and a collar. Like they won't provide one for you. So, but yeah, so those are some of the comments from last week, and yeah, y'all keep commenting, y'all keep liking and subscribing, and leaving ratings and reviews on the podcast. no, if I say we support you, we don't support y'all. I mean, we do support y'all, but we want y'all to support us.
Okay. Someone did ask me, since you like being transparent, someone did ask me, and was like, we don't be talking about shoes anymore.
Oh, dang.
Did you get that new pair?
Yeah, I wore them Sunday. They were given to me Sunday morning before church, and I literally took the shoes off I had on and put those shoes on. I said, you know what, I'm wearing these today.
Cool.
And they're in the car. Yeah. But
Cool.
yeah, we were just flowing in blessings when we were buying all those shoes, and now the well has run dry.
I still buy shoes, well, from time to time.
I haven't bought a pair of shoes in
maybe we'll buy a pair this weekend.
Well, you can. No.
I'll show you a way you can buy them.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. I have to see if that even goes through.
I mean, I can do it on mine if you give me the money.
I mean, I can. Okay, we'll talk about it. I think I can probably do it too, but do I really want to do that? Do I really want some shoes? I don't know. But you know what? We'll talk about that later. I need some new shoes for is it third Sunday or fourth Sunday? The first day of fall.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know. All right. Did you? And so I saw this story, but then it was funny because I was at a cookout with some friends, and they had a new baby, and the mom was singing the ABCs to him, and I was like, they got a new ABC song, and she's like, no. So the question is, do you like the song, or do you think kids should still learn the old one? Basically, they take out the LMNOP. It's interesting. Did you hear it?
Are we not gonna play it?
Oh yeah, we could play it.
Okay.
A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y Z.
I personally hate it.
Yeah, I don't care for it. But is it you hate it because LMNOP is all you knew and it's new, or is it just it sucks?
Both. Now, I do understand frustration of kids, not realizing that LMNOP is those are separate letters.
Mm-hmm.
But all of us learned it that way, and we was okay. So
and were we?
Eventually. Honestly, and teachers, y'all can put in the comments, I guess parents too. Now, me nor any of my classmates ever for real thought LMNO was a letter or a word. Like that, I don't. So, and this new one, to me, it really makes them sound slow.
Why? Could they pause?
Yeah, it's like it's so slow, and it's like this is not. It's supposed to be A B C D E F G H I J K L M N O P Q R S T U V W X Y and Z. Look, did I say it right? Look, when I was listening to that new one, it made me forget what letter was next. I'm like, I don't know what letter comes after that letter.
It was like LMNO. Yeah. I mean, of course we hate it because it's something different. It's just weird. I wonder, like, who said, you know what, we're making a different version right now. I highly doubt it will. I don't know. I don't think it will take on, and all kids will start saying it that way. But who knows?
I literally
their parents are the ones teaching it to them, and their parents know the version that we know.
On the way here this morning, I literally sent it to a teacher, and she said, my students will learn the version I know. Because that's
it's different. It's different. No, man. Hey, I mean, Times change. Times change.
Certain things don't have to change, though.
And some things do change. Just, some things do change. All right. I'm not playing we don't have to play the video. We'll just put it up on the screen. But did you translate? Yeah. Can you translate what's it called? Black parent?
I didn't even watch the whole video because
I didn't either.
But I know what it say though.
What does it say?
Hold on, let me pull it back up. It says, well, I'm not gonna say the actual words, but
it
says, get your black A in this GD house right now before I beat your MFA.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's that. So dang, should have said y'all who watching, could y'all figure out what it said?
Yeah. I mean, if they wouldn't have said this is a black parent phrase, then I might have been looking for a while. But when they said black parent, I was like, oh, that's easy.
Yeah.
Get your what?
You remember Ricky Smiley?
Yeah.
He said, Precious, get your tail back here. Precious.
He said, Precious.
Yeah. He said, jump in, jump out, introduce yourself. My name is Precious.
You better stop.
Yeah, I saying, talking about.
Yes, I'm here.
Something about politically incorrect and gonna get canceled. But man, that was funny. Hey, comedy, I don't care what nobody say. I sometimes in my free time try and watch, comedy from now. It ain't as funny as comedy.
It's different. It's very, but also think about it. And not saying you got to talk about people or controversial topics, but nowadays all comedians can't, they scared to talk about some stuff because they're going to get canceled.
What's that man named? Dave Chappelle?
Dave Chappelle don't care, but he got clout. He's one of the greatest comedians ever.
He don't care.
He doesn't care.
Have you seen, well, I don't know how you feel about him. What's that man name? Joe Rogan.
To make his show?
No, even though, I mean, a lot of people have been on it, but no. His shows, his episodes, his podcasts are very long. Like maybe 3-4 hours long. He has a stand-up on Netflix, I think.
I've seen some of his stuff in the past. I haven't seen anything recently.
I had to really, really stick to it. It took me like 20 minutes before he said something that I thought was funny.
Yeah, different, and comedians have different types of humor too.
Yeah, he was kind of weird. It was like stuff that it wasn't making sense to me. But yeah, man, the Steve Harvey's, I'm talking about from years ago.
Yeah. Steve Harvey,
Bernie Mac,
Eddie Murphy back in the day was hilarious.
Yeah, Lavelle Crawford, Bruce, all of them. Now, what's that man name? Cedric the Entertainer is not that funny to me. Nor is DL Hughley.
I was about to say DL Hughley ain't that funny to me either. Have you seen? Now this is way back. Have you seen Richard Pryor? He was funny.
I've not really watched a lot of him. I have to try and watch some, but yeah, I just had all that to say, man. Comedy back then, it was much funnier than now. But like you said, so much stuff is censored now, and you can't.
It's a little different. So I saw this on USA Today, and I just wanted to talk about it because I never heard of it. So people are getting Botox that have basically a no burp syndrome. There are thousands of people out there who can't burp, and if you don't burp, that can cause pain and stuff. It holds gases in and yada 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 yada. But some like group on Reddit is now huge. It's like 30,000 people in there or something like that, and they're finding out that if you get Botox, it can help the syndrome. That is crazy. One, did you know that there were thousands of people in the world that can't burp? Well, maybe thousands of people in the country that can't burp.
It's something I've never thought about, but I mean, I guess it makes sense that I mean, I guess if you can get constipated, it makes sense to me that you could not be able to burp.
What?
You know, people get constipated.
Yeah, what they got to do with burping?
I'm saying, I think about passing gas. I think about it's just, and so it's like, but I don't know. Well, I guess if it's causing pain, if it's
But
hurting
if
you,
they can't, but you bring up a good point because can't they release their gases another way? So why is the burping still causing them non-burping still causing them pain? Because if it don't come out one way, don't it come out the other way?
I would think so, but I'm not a gastroenterologist. Did I say that word right? I think so.
Can't spell that word.
Yeah, I'm not gonna try. But I don't know. I just saw somebody out the window. That's why I look like that. I don't know. I don't know. I've never met anybody who told me that they couldn't burp.
Oh yeah, I've never met anyone who can't burp.
And it's kind of like, hey, go drink a soda.
Maybe they have, and it still does not work, sir.
But now I could see that hurting. Sometimes like when you have to burp and it kind of take a second for it to come out. Just imagine like if it never comes out.
But don't it go down?
That's yeah, because I've had. Well, it might be TMI.
Please don't.
Huh?
I said, please don't do TMI.
Well, it ain't nothing that crazy. There's been times where I've been in places where I didn't want to pass gas and keep sucking it back up. And then eventually I had to burp. So, I kind of think.
I've held my gas and it didn't turn into a burp.
Nah, mine has turned into a burp before.
Did your burp stink?
No. I guess coming back up the other way, the smell was fixed. But all passing gas doesn't have to stink, though.
That is true. That's true.
Yeah. Is there anything that you eat that messes your stomach up?
Yeah.
What?
I think I'm semi-lactose. I mean, certain dairy.
They say a lot of black people are lactose intolerant.
Correct. But we still eat it.
Yeah.
Like if I have Dairy Queen ice cream. And your dad used to take me to Dairy Queen all the time. Maybe that's where that came from. Certain mac and cheeses, like it's just certain stuff. I'm like, if I eat Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese, it mess me up. So I don't know what they're putting in theirs.
Yeah, you must just be lactose intolerant. Yeah, there's not now. My stomach isn't as strong as it used to be. I know that. I guess maybe just getting older. I used to have a stomach. I could eat nails, but now, But now I love baked beans, but ooh, they don't make my stomach hurt. But talking about smell bad. Ooh, baked beans. Ooh.
Let's make some baked bean Sunday.
Sunday?
I come home Saturday.
And you leaving Monday?
Mm-hmm. Not early. Not early.
Oh. If I do get Coda, you think Mom will let her be in the basement?
You're gonna have to. Not the bedroom part. Well,
no, she would be in a.
The other part that ain't got nothing in there.
No,
but you gotta.
I'm not about to put Coda over there.
Why?
Because I'm not about to just throw her off in the. Why? If she in a cage, why? I'm not gonna just let her just be loose.
You're just gonna leave
her
in a cage?
No, what I'm saying is like when it's time to go to sleep or something, I'm putting her in a cage.
Where's she gonna be before sleep?
I'm gonna be playing with her.
Your mom is not gonna let a dog be in the house.
That's why I said in the basement.
You're gonna take that up with you and your mama.
Well, that's why it's okay, because when I get Coda, I'm gonna just show up to mother's home and I'm gonna just walk in the front door with her.
Okay.
She's a puppy.
Puppies pee. Puppies happy pee.
And you can clean it up. Not you, I'm saying it can be cleaned up.
Okay.
You'll be happy if you come home and I have a dog. You like dogs.
Mm-hmm.
You like dogs. So
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Did y'all watch the interview with the newest Supreme Court Justice, Ketanji Brown Jackson? She is, of course, the first Black woman to be appointed to the Supreme Court. She was appointed by Joe Biden, President Biden. She has a book that comes out this week, and she was interviewed by CBS, and just talking about her being on the court, breaking barriers, but also she was asked about the Trump immunity case. She was asked about her colleague Clarence Thomas getting lavish gifts. She says she ain't gonna comment on other justices, but she did say, there needs to be rules and standards. What did you think of the interview?
I loved it. I think that it not in a biased way, but it put her in a good light. I'm glad that it wasn't CNN. Fox wouldn't have done it, or if they did do it, I don't think it wouldn't have been good. CBS did it. I think it was very neutral. What I mean by that is, what I mean by that. If the Fox News that I'm talking about had done it, they would not have been that favorable to Ketanji Brown Jackson. She's not a Trump appointed justice, nor one who kisses up to him. She, in fact, dissented when they say that he has this immunity. So, and I think, first of all, I think that this should have been done a long time ago.
What, the interview?
Yeah.
She might not have wanted to do an interview in her first year.
Well,
what you mean?
I just think it let us see her in a different way.
And it's the timing of it. She's promoting her book. That's why she agreed to do the interview. If you want to be very honest.
But she seemed very down to earth. She seemed really nice. Her husband was very, very nice, even though I know there are a lot of people who, aren't a huge fan of the interracial relationship, but he seems like a very nice.
You could tell he definitely supports her.
Yeah. So I love that she named the book after her name, what her name means. Lovely One. So, I liked it.
Are you going to read the book?
Huh?
Are you going to read the book?
Yeah. Matter of fact, this airs on Wednesday. Her book comes out on yesterday, Tuesday, and the book should be coming for me.
Oh, so, you ordered it?
Yeah, that's what I told you.
Oh no, I thought you were just talking.
So she I pray that she's blessed with good enough health to stay on the bench for quite some time. Now, I do have a question. How Joe Biden proposed the whole term limit thing. Let's just say I got two things. One, this, and another thing to segue into what we're going to talk about next. Let's just say they do pass a law that says term limits, and let's just say it's the 18-year thing. Would that apply to those who are currently sitting on the?
No, they'll be grandfathered in.
Oh, okay.
Well, you can't just be like, okay, this law passed. Now we get rid of 6 of the 9 people. No, it's not how it works.
No, I wasn't gonna say that like if they've already been on 18 years, but maybe the clock starts today.
No,
or they stagger some kind of way so that it's not like all of them leave at the same time. No. But either way,
and I highly doubt that'll pass. But yeah, it's not gonna pass both houses. No, I could see them maybe agreeing on like 30 years. They're not gonna agree on 18 years.
30 though? I would imagine the average. I would love somebody to tell me what's the average age.
Right, that probably is the average age. Let me see.
It's got to be. It's definitely over 50 because when she got it, she was one of the youngest to ever be appointed. She was 51 or 52. She's
the average length of a justice tenure is 16 years.
Because them people, they don't be young,
right?
They don't. So I'm saying 30. That's too long. That's you might well say that's life for most of them.
That's what I'm saying. So that I just don't see one. I don't see term limits passing. Even let's say Kamala Harris wins, and if she wins, that means Democrats are going to likely have the House and Senate. I still don't even see with Democrat majority, because all Democrats don't agree on term limits. They think the court needs to be reformed, but everyone doesn't agree that, oh, you can only serve 10 years, or oh, you can only do this. I don't think that'll pass.
My thing with it is, I think it's just dangerous to give somebody a lifetime position.
Okay. I forgot what person said this on the news recently, but you have to think about this. And I'm talking in terms of just looking at the big picture. And Mitch McConnell and I think Mitch McConnell made this statement after some actions by Democrats in the Senate years ago. You can't emotionally change rules.
Oh yeah, when it works
because
in your favor.
You're at the disadvantage. Because at some point you're not going to be. I mean, because you have the advantage. Because at some point you're going to be in the minority, and then you're not going to want those rules used against you. Democrats, Harry Reid, when he was the Democrat leader in the Senate, they call it the nuclear option. Like they changed the rules where you didn't have to have 60 votes, which means you have to have bipartisanship to get things passed. So you just got to be careful of emotionally changing things. That's all I'm saying. Because at some point you ain't gonna be in control, and then you're gonna be complaining when the rule that you pass is used against you.
I get that. I guess what I'm saying is, for us as the United States, a big part of the reason and way we became a country was because we didn't want to be under a monarchy. We didn't want to be under.
How is that a monarchy?
Because no, I'm saying the whole lifetime thing.
But that's not just Supreme Court. That's any federal judge.
Huh?
Unless they're replaced, there are judges who are still judges. Like I was in.
Oh yeah, you saying unless when a new president come, he replaced them.
Yeah, I mean, I was in a judge's courtroom who was appointed by Herbert Walker Bush. Like they're just in that role, and that's why appointments are so important. Because you get your judges in there, they in there till they die.
Excuse me. Here's the other thing. Donald Trump is going to try and take this to the Supreme Court in November. For sure. I have zero confidence in this Supreme Court.
Okay, if the results are the results, you can't overturn the. What are you saying? Like, yeah, okay, let's say Donald Trump.
Bush I'm saying
that was totally different. That was about the accuracy of the paper ballots that were cast, and there were errors on the ballots, and they just said, Supreme Court said, you know what, stop recounting, this is the result. That is totally different than if Kamala Harris wins, she's going to win by multiple states. And so if she wins by multiple states, the Supreme Court is not going to say, oh yeah, there's grounding for some negligence here to overturn the election. That's not how it works.
But
regardless of
how
many appointees Trump has,
Court is what I'm saying.
Some of them are still sensible people, though. Like, if reality is reality, like Florida is totally different. That was dealing with issues with a paper ballot. That's not the same as, okay, if she wins Pennsylvania, Michigan, Nevada, and you lost, going to the Supreme Court, going to do what? If you lost the state, you lost the state.
I'm just saying, I think him and his people are going to try everything.
They're going to try, yes. But I'm saying,
I just don't trust. I don't know.
So you think the justices appointed by him are just going to ignore reality?
I don't know.
Because the thing is, they already on the court. They don't owe him anything. They can't be removed.
Right.
So I'm saying, making a decision that goes against him, they ain't gonna get fired.
Oh no.
And some of them have already made some decisions against him.
like Brett Kavanaugh did something. I can't remember what it was, but it was against whatever Donald Trump wanted. So yeah, they. I'm just saying, if anything goes wrong in November, I'm talking about like for real, go wrong. Like how you said there was an issue with paper ballot. I'm saying if anything like that happens, I do not trust the Supreme Court to. If there was something a legitimate concern, I don't trust that his people would look at it. What's the word I'm looking for? Can't think of the word I'm looking for. But we'll look at it impartially. I don't think they will. And we know Clarence Thomas won't. Nah, he just because because his wife all for Trump.
Well, he is too. To me,
you said well, no, but I'm saying like she's like for real involved in deep involved in the Republican Party and stuff. Like that's to me, you know how judges are supposed to be neutral, they're not supposed to be. To me, there ought to be some type of law that you can't even have a spouse that is deeply involved in a political party. Because that's you. That's conflict of interest, in my opinion. But
yeah, no, it is. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm trying to look up because I'm about to segue into, but I'm trying to see if this might not work.
And as of September 3rd, Kamala Harris is gonna win.
I mean, she has momentum. Record numbers of people are registering to vote in swing states like North Carolina and other states. And I was listening to a political strategist who's been pretty accurate on forecasting elections, which nowadays you don't know what may happen. But bless you, was saying one. He said we may have bigger turnout on election day. He said new voters, first time voters, typically always vote on election day. They don't vote early. I don't mean that's going to be the case this time, but he was saying we might see more people voting on election day because as we progress, more and more people have been voting early. Now Democrats tend to vote early, not tend to do. The Democrats vote earlier than Republicans. Republicans typically vote on election day. But you have way more people registering to vote, which is could benefit Harris. More people registering tend to be younger, which could benefit Harris. So we'll have to see. What I was looking up was, so I was at we had an officer get killed. He was Omega. And I was talking to some of the Omegas, and they were like, they said, man, so we talked about this. The inauguration is on Martin Luther King Day. And they were like, wouldn't it be crazy if on Martin Luther King Day, Kamala Harris, aka, is sworn in by Ketanji Brown Jackson. She's a Delta now. On Martin Luther King Day. And they were like, oh man, that's Greek. So I was looking to see, does the president-elect get to pick who swears them in? And I think the Chief Justice has to swear them in. And I was looking at the list, and all of it says Chief Justice. So I don't think Ketanji would swear her in. That's what I'm talking about.
It's going to be Roberts.
Yeah.
Now, to me, that's got to be a pretty cool job.
What?
To be the Chief Justice of Supreme Court.
No, but this is what I don't get, though. So there's only been like 17 Chief Justices. But
how does he become Chief Justice?
Right. He was appointed as the Chief Justice. That's what I don't get. When Bush appointed him, he was appointed as the Chief Justice. So I'm like, so the newest member is the Chief Justice? That's weird.
Or maybe when that seat becomes vacant, whoever the president is.
How is the newest person? Okay, I'd be pissed if I'm on the court and I've been on the court for 25 years and the newest person is the Chief Justice. That's weird.
Maybe that's just the president.
No, that is when that seat is up. So William.
But I'm saying, does that always mean that the new person gets it? Can they not say that somebody who's already there gets that position?
I don't know. I say that to say the Chief Justice before John Roberts. He was a liberal justice. When he left, Roberts was appointed, and he was the Chief Justice.
One thing I can say about Roberts, though, he's fair
most of the time.
Yeah, most of the time he's fair. He's not radical.
Roberts has done the swearing in for every inauguration since Obama's first inauguration. And see, before then, it was rankless. He did George W. Bush both terms, Bill Clinton both terms, and then Bush's dad. Yeah. Interesting. So what do you think the state of the race is right now?
JD Vance is a complete, I can't say what I want to say. Dud. He's flat. It's not working.
But okay. With all the criticism that JD Vance gets, his name is not at the top of the ticket. People ain't going to vote for JD Vance. They're going to vote for Donald Trump. So I understand what you're trying to say, but JD Vance ain't going to hurt Trump's numbers because he's JD Vance.
He's not helping either, though, I think is what I'm trying to say. Your girl, Crockett, she said in an interview, explaining a little bit the difference between campaign that Trump's running and campaign that Harris is running. She said, and I'm paraphrasing, she said, Trump is running a solo campaign. If Trump don't show up, don't nobody care. Harris, the Democrats have all these surrogates that are able to, obviously,
surrogates. You said surrogates.
Surrogates. Surrogate, hell, same thing.
You're saying Democrats have a bench of people that people would show up to see.
Correct. And so I'm saying Kamala Harris has a bench of people who can help her. People absolutely love Walz. So what I'm saying is Donald Trump don't have anybody who's helping him. And
well, yes, people. You're just saying that widespread.
Yeah. Is if Trump's not there, he's the show.
Yeah.
So
and that's how he wants it to be.
Right, but I think this time I don't think it's gonna work. I don't think it's gonna work. Because Harris, what she's been able to do that Joe Biden wasn't able to do, she's creating a movement. It's a whole energy that's coming behind it. Whereas Donald Trump, he's getting a little flat. I mean, yeah, he still has his base, but I don't think he's attracting a whole lot of new people because, and here's where I think, at least this time, same thing with Obama. I think this time the VP does matter. I think it matters. Kamala Harris is able to pull in all the women and people of color and all that kind of stuff. But she got this farm boy over here. I don't mean that.
Tim Walz is a farm guy too. What you talking about?
I don't. Who?
Tim Walz is farm guy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, I thought you were calling JD Vance a farm boy.
No.
Oh, okay.
And I don't mean it in an insulting way. I'm saying
say a middle America.
Yeah, this middle America, guy who looks like he's 75, but he's 60.
They are the same age. That is so crazy.
Yeah. So I think it does matter. And Donald Trump, I think he's messing up. To be honest with you, I just think he's messing up.
Yeah, and I mean Republicans have said. I mean he's taking his eye off the ball. I mean they had a great campaign strategy when it was against Biden. They had great strategy. I mean this race was over. Like let's be completely honest about it. It was over. And so it's taking him some time to adjust. And the thing is, shoot, you got 65 days. Like, ain't that much time to adjust. Now, I will say this: the debate next week,
it's going.
That's going to be when people are going to make up their mind, and it's going to be what it's going to be. The thing is, if he's smart and listens to his advisors, he won't try to. He won't try to keep pushing her. And the thing is, Kamala Harris isn't a good debater. Historically, has not been a good debater.
She's really not even a good speaker, if we honest about it.
Oh yeah, orator. Yeah, she's not.
Yeah, but I don't.
She got to learn how to talk off script.
And I don't think. I think if he does what he did to Hillary Clinton, I don't think it's going to be received the same way.
Mm-hmm.
I think Hillary Clinton, and I mean no disrespect at all.
Well, she came with her own baggage, so some people already didn't like her.
Right, but that's what I'm about to say. And no disrespect at all to Secretary Clinton. When you see the split screen of her and Donald Trump, they look the same. A split screen of him and Kamala Harris, it's gonna look like he's abusing a black woman.
Do you think?
So I don't think the whole being rude and disrespectful and I don't think that's gonna work. And I'm in no way am I saying Hillary Clinton isn't smart. But now Kamala Harris, when it comes to all this policy stuff, I don't think Donald Trump can have a real conversation with her. And she just fold. I think he's used to people just folding.
And I've heard Bakari Sellers say it, and other people, and I've had this conversation with some people recently of, and us in the media have to do a better job. There is now some double standard when it comes to, oh, well, that's just Trump. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as he's going to get up there, he's going to say inaccurate things, he's going to yada, yada, yada. Oh, that's just Trump. He's held to a different standard of other candidates, which is not good, is not fair. But like how some have been saying, like, oh, Kamala's not talking about policy. Okay, Trump's just saying Joe baby Joe. That's not policy either. But he says that and is not questioned. So, yeah, I mean, people are going to take what they take away from the debate, but the optics of it are going to be important for those people who are on the fence. What I have a hard time understanding, and as I cover politics more and more, I just have a hard time understanding how, with less than 70 days to go, some people still have not made up their mind. I don't understand that. Regardless of what side you choose, how have you not made up your mind yet? I really, and I say that in this way, and not to be insensitive to those who have not made up their mind. It's not like these candidates are similar. So either you're picking one side or the other. I'm not understanding, like, oh, I still haven't decided yet. What are you waiting to see? Is what I'm not understanding. Because they're in no way similar. We're not talking about
not just gender and stuff.
There's no way similar. Like, anything.
Yeah.
And so, like, what are you waiting for? Is what I don't understand.
That's a good point, though. Because you're not trying to pick between.
Right. You're not picking between similar. It's not like you're saying, okay, you got to decide between Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. That's a little different than saying these are two totally different candidates from top to bottom, like age, race, morals, just
who want two different Americas.
Yeah. So I've never understood that part. The undecided voter is a very interesting person, just in general. I mean, undecided voters are who elect most presidents.
Yeah, and like you said, you can see if we're talking about in the primary, you being undecided, but not in general. It ought to be pretty quick. Oh, I want this side.
Yeah, like there will be some people at the end of October who will still say, I don't know. Like, how do you not know? I just have never understood that. And maybe I'm just jaded or not in tune with reality. I just don't.
Doesn't make much sense.
No. Now I need to propose this. I'll say this on the show, but then do we have the capabilities of going live next Wednesday? I was about to say, I would think you would want to react to the debate. The debate is Tuesday night.
Yeah. Yeah.
You want to try to go live?
Yeah. Now, for the first time in a while, I've seen a couple of glitches this morning.
Yeah, I have too.
But yeah.
Or we could just try to type it early, but then
no. What early when?
Wednesday.
No. No, you know how early we would have to do that?
So as we wrap up, I guess we will attempt to do a live show next week, so that we can react in real time to the debate of the century. That will be next Tuesday.
And for some reason my internet's not working at home. So I'm just saying
I was super fast at home.
Yeah, that's what I say. The internet at home is it's amazing, but it's not. Past few days it hasn't been working. Gotta get somebody out this week to look, because everything that they tell us to do online is not fixing it. So
all right. Well, thank you for watching episode 31 of the Dialed In Show. Make sure to like, share, subscribe every week, and we enjoy your comments, so keep commenting.
I thought you want me to say bye or do something like that.
Yeah, see you guys same time, same place next week. Bye-bye.